volunteer, to talk about it, to speak up, or to lend a hand. It moves your mind by challenging assumptions and offering new perspectives. It moves you forward by giving you the information to make decisions and thrive where you live. And yes, it moves your heart through the kind of human storytelling that stays with you wherever you are. And at KGW, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Portland.
Thanks for joining us here on streaming. I'm Christine Pitawanich. Now at 5:30, a Coast Guard rescue swimmer based in Astoria who was seriously hurt during a rescue has died. The Coast Guard says Tyler Jaggers passed away last night. He joined the Coast Guard in 2022 and had been stationed at Air Station Astoria since April of 2024. His injury happened last Friday while responding to a medical emergency on a commercial ship off the coast of Washington. It's still unclear how he was hurt. Today on the Senate floor, State Senator Suzanne Weber, whose district covers Astoria, took a moment to recognize his heroic efforts.
Colleagues, this is personal for many in my district and for my office. Along Oregon's coast, we know firsthand that it's not the U.S. Coast Guard and the bravery of swimmers like Tyler. Many more lives would have been lost at sea. Our thoughts are with his family, his air crew at Station Astoria, and the entire United States Coast Guard Rescue Swimmers Brotherhood during this incredibly difficult time.
The Coast Guard honored Jaggers at his bedside with the Distinguished Flying Cross, one of the highest military awards for heroism during aerial flight. The cause of his injuries is still under investigation. And this morning, 6 units were damaged in an apartment fire in Beaverton, forcing people to evacuate. It happened on Northwest Cornell Road near Evergreen Parkway. One firefighter was taken to the hospital for minor injuries that were not from the fire itself. Nobody else was hurt, but 2 cats died. Several other pets were rescued. The fire's cause is under investigation. Portland leaders continue to debate what to do with more than $100 million discovered in the Housing Bureau. Yesterday, a work session got tense at times and revealed that some city councilors believe there could be even more unspent money sitting around. Blair Best has a look.
How to spend millions of dollars discovered in the Portland Housing Bureau? That was the center of a 3-hour city council debate on Wednesday.
I don't know what kind of accounting we use here, but it is not working.
A major question this week, exactly how much money is sitting unspent?
Because if there is a difference between $106 million versus $137 million, and the number keeps changing, we are dealing with a big issue and council can't talk about it and we can't figure out exactly what is going on.
In November, $21 million in unreported rental services fees was revealed to council. In the following months, millions more were found in at least 4 other Housing Bureau accounts, totaling about $106 million.
There were certainly an environment where things were not budgeted the way they should have been, and that's why we're here talking about this today.
The councilors pressed Housing Bureau staff on if more money is going unreported.
Is there any other monies in these pots that you have not told us about that we should know about above the $106 million? Michael.
What we presented today is all of the unbudgeted fund balances that I'm aware of.
That you're aware of.
I'm telling my colleagues now, I think that there is more money there, and we will have to take a look at that.
There are rules on how to spend much of the money. On Wednesday, Council decided to start by budgeting $20.7 million.
The 20.7 needs to go out the door as quickly as possible.
I think we really need to slow the inflow into homelessness. I keep harping on that because I'm greatly concerned by how many more people that we're seeing on the streets, how many more people are in eviction court.
Trying to help the most vulnerable people in our community, the ones who are right at the edge of homelessness.
Ideas include rent assistance, preserving existing affordable housing, building new housing like social housing, or filling the city's general fund deficit.
Taking a portion of these funds and addressing the immediate concern that we have to reduce service impacts and employee reductions.
Nothing against city workers, but we're in a housing crisis, and this is housing money, so let's use it for this massive need we see in our streets.
Also in chambers Wednesday, housing advocates like Molly Hogan.
We want city money spent to help keep people in their homes. We also want to see city money spent to make rents cheaper.
We've been following along as each dollar has been uncovered, and I think it is frustrating.
A frustration felt by many, not lost on city leaders.
It can be a little bit confusing and bureaucratic and wonky, and that doesn't boil down to a nice, clean headline to explain the why of what happened.
That was Blair Best reporting. Councilor Avalos, who chairs the Homelessness and Housing Committee, will now put together potential spending packages that council can vote on in the future. No such vote is scheduled as of yet. The city is also hiring an outside firm to investigate how all city bureaus manage their money. A Washington man says the State Department of Licensing exposed his personal data and never warned him about it. A complaint filed earlier this week says when the DOL upgraded its License Express system back in 2018, it created a security flaw that allowed someone to access driver's license records, change the address on file, and request replacement licenses. The filing claims the flaw sometimes sent dozens or even hundreds of licenses to the same address.
Because the Department of Licensing didn't follow state law in alerting people to the breach, even those who might be victims of an identity theft from this wouldn't know why they were.
Washington Governor Bob Ferguson says his team has flagged the allegation, but does not know if there's any truth to it. They say they're reaching out to the Department of Licensing for more information. Local lawmakers are weighing in after President Trump fired Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. Noem was a close ally to the president, tasked with his immigration crackdown. Alma McCarty has what some local lawmakers are saying and takes a look back at Noem's visit to Portland last year.
Democrats in Oregon praising the firing of Kristi Noem.
So for those of you who have been calling for her impeachment, for her resignation to be fired, you've won.
Congresswoman Maxine Dexter was one of those people introducing articles of impeachment against Noem in January. Other House Democrats signed on as co-sponsors, including Representative Suzanne Bonamici, who, after hearing Thursday's news, stated, "It's about time." Secretary Noem's departure does not absolve her of the crimes and human rights violations she committed during her disastrous time at the Department of Homeland Security. Congresswoman Janelle Bynum took to social media, writing, "Bye, Felicia," and Senator Ron Wyden issued this blistering statement, "Turns out lawlessness is not a winning strategy. See you at Nuremberg 2.0.
Nothing but the truth, so help you God."
Her removal comes after mounting criticism, including from some Republicans, like North Carolina Senator Tom Tillis.
What we've seen is a disaster. Under your leadership, Ms. Noem, a disaster.
Noem visited Portland's Immigration and Customs Enforcement facility in October.
What do you hope to accomplish by visiting Portland today?
We hope to have peace and secure some partnerships that will keep our officers safe and allow us to enforce federal law.
Upon returning to D.C., she doubled down on sending in federal troops, recalling her meeting with city and state leaders.
They are all lying and disingenuous and dishonest people.
Fast forward to this week. Lawmakers grilled her on several topics, including the fatal shootings of Renee Good and Alex Preddy in Minneapolis and the department's finances.
Did the president know you were going to do this?
Yes.
He did.
Including her role in securing a $220 million ad campaign. Alma McCarty, KGW News.
And the president tapped Republican Senator Markwayne Mullin from Oklahoma to replace Noem. Noem has indicated her last day will be March 31st. Mullin will still need to be confirmed by the Senate. Coming up, a burst pipe turned a school library into a soaking mess. How a local librarian is working to rebuild the collection one grant and one book at a time. And a local high school chess team just swept the state championships. How these students dominated the board. Matt?
Wow, that's impressive, right? All right, let's take you up to Timberline right now. It has been snowing, but it's also warmed up. We're at 32 degrees, so right on the edge of freezing there right now. The rain, though, is going to end later on tonight. We've got some dry weather on the way for Saturday, and it warms up a bit, but it cools down again next week.
I'm Matthew Herchick, new morning anchor at KGW. I'm a huge sports fan, and I know I might be from the Buckeye State, but I'm excited to explore what the Rose City has to offer. I want to make sure you're prepared for the day, whether it's bringing you breaking news or sharing those inspirational stories that make you smile. We've got you covered. Because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to Portland's #1 streaming newscast, Sunrise, weekday mornings from 5 to 9, anywhere you watch.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yeah.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW+.
Welcome back. New tonight, a middle school librarian has spent more than a year rebuilding her library after a pipe burst in early 2024, damaging thousands of books. Jake Holter joins us now in studio with that story. And Jake, talk about dedication here.
Yeah, absolutely, Christine. Teacher librarian Sarah Logan said it was just heartbreaking when she saw the damage done to the books after the pipes burst, but she took it upon herself to apply for grants to secure the thousands needed to replace all of the ruined books.
It's like a librarian's worst nightmare.
Thousands of books ruined after a pipe burst in the library of Sky Ridge Middle School in Camas.
So the main damage was closer to the outside wall because it was during the ice storm. And the pipe burst because of freezing. So it happened back here and also on the other side, but this is the main area where the book damage occurred.
This video shows the aftermath of the burst pipe.
In the past, they used this area to process books, so there were brand new books lined up on this counter that hadn't even been circulated yet, and unfortunately those all got damaged.
More than 3,000 gallons of water poured into the school during that 2024 ice storm.
It's really hard to bring a water damaged book back to life in a way that's safe because if they get moldy, that mold can spread to other books.
Sarah Logan is Sky Ridge's librarian and explains that the books the water hit were also the most costly.
The main portion of the collection that was impacted was the nonfiction section, and those are the most expensive books to replace because they don't have the popular circulation of fiction. You typically can't get them in paperback.
With increased construction costs, Logan says insurance didn't completely cover the repairs for the school, leaving a gap in the replacement of $6,000 worth of damaged books.
I saw that we weren't going to have the amount of money I needed really to finish rebuilding the nonfiction collection in particular, and so I started looking for grants.
Logan ended up securing a $2,000 Community Builder Award from OnPoint, which covered the cost of more than 700 books. And through a few other grants and some insurance funds, the library has been fully restored. And Christina, Matt, I want to know, is there any guesses that you have for what she told me was the most requested nonfiction book when they were all out of commission?
Nonfiction.
Nonfiction.
Yeah.
I pretty much read a lot of fiction, but maybe this is so lame. I feel like Atomic Habits or The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. Those are the two that come to mind for me anyway.
What do you think, Matt?
But for kids, I
Moby
don't know.
Dick, Catcher in the Rye. I'm going old school.
No, she told me it's really
guess that's
classic.
not nonfiction.
Dinosaurs.
What?
People want dinosaur books.
They just said
The kids,
dinosaurs.
they yearn for the Cretaceous period, I guess.
I thought we were looking for an actual title, not
No,
a broad
just
subject.
dinosaurs.
Okay, all right.
They yearn
That
for the
makes sense.
Cretaceous period. I've never heard anyone say that. Thanks, Jake. Well, I guess, many of us are yearning for snow, for
Yes.
nice weather.
Not quite the Ice Age. We're not yearning
not
for
the
that.
Cretaceous.
But
Yeah.
I do like the Cretaceous. That's fantastic. Let's take you outside right now to Vancouver, which is looking rather drippy. It is raining, 51 degrees right now. The winds are light. The light rain that's been with us pretty much all day is going to diminish and taper off tonight, and we'll get some dry weather by tomorrow. There may be some spots of drizzle around tomorrow morning, but I think it's largely going to be a dry Saturday. So you can see the rain that's over us, right? Then you see a nice break here, which is actually getting larger. This batch of rain up around Astoria and down to Tillamook, and then the other batch on the Olympic Peninsula. They're breaking up, and they seem to be diminishing those two areas. So again, the trend will be towards drier weather for your Saturday. And the rainfall today, not exactly impressive, not even a quarter of an inch anywhere in the metro area, 1,700s out of the airport. Astoria picked up quite a bit, but notice how it really drops off down to Tillamook. So really quite the difference there. Our high temperatures were in the low 50s, again below average by about 3 degrees, but we've got a 60-degree number on the map down at Brookings, and upper 50s were common from Pendleton to Bend and down to Roseburg and Medford. So we warmed up quite nicely today. Tomorrow morning, again, maybe some spots of drizzle, but mainly a dry Saturday. 51 by late morning, and by late afternoon, we're up to 60. So we've already hit 60 3 times this month. So half of the month so far, we've hit 60 degrees, but not for the last couple of days. So we'll see if we can do it again tomorrow. All right, this system is again washing out. It's a warm front, the leading edge of warmer air that resides right now over the eastern Pacific and is nosing its way into the northwest. It's not going to fully move in. It's kind of done moving in. Now, well, tomorrow will be the peak of it. Then it begins to get pushed farther south and west yet again. It's that big area of high pressure that moves away. So cooler weather comes in early next week, Monday and Tuesday, with Tuesday likely being the coolest. Another system will form up out here and bring us some heavier precipitation on Wednesday, but the jet stream's edging just a little too far north for us to get tons and tons of snow. If it decides to go a little bit farther south, then we will get tons and tons of snow, and the Washington Cascades will get exactly that. Now, here goes the rain melting away. This is by 10 o'clock tonight. We should be done with the light rain, and it doesn't come back. See how the clearing tries to edge into Portland? Never makes it all the way here, but Salem, we've got some sun on Saturday. Then this is Sunday, and that's Sunday morning about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and the rain rolls back on in, but it's not very heavy. So again, tomorrow, the drier of the 2 weekend days. That's the big message. Up on Mount Hood, should be about 1.5 feet of new snow next week, but look how much more they're getting in the Washington Cascades. Again, that all depends on exactly where the jet stream starts to eventually sets up, so stay tuned on that. Downtown Portland right now is 51. Freezing level jumped up 3,000 feet since yesterday. It's at 7,200 feet. So on the coast, we're going to get light rain tonight, but dries out tomorrow. For Portland, occasional light rain tonight. Then staying mostly cloudy tomorrow. High of about 60. When you get south of roughly, as I mentioned, Salem, you'll end up getting quite a bit of sun, and we may see some low to mid 60s down around Eugene and Point South. So again, not a bad Saturday at all. On Sunday, we get showers. The rain won't be heavy. Don't forget, we set the clocks ahead 1 hour on Sunday morning as daylight saving time resumes, and then cooler weather resumes on Monday and Tuesday with lows in the 30s and highs in the 40s, and we will get some mountain snow around the middle of next week, so we'll be watching that part of the forecast very carefully.
Okay, and I'll keep track if somebody calls out.
Yes, do that, because that would be me.
I know. Okay, I was trying to hint.
I'll just be, brushing up on the Cretaceous period.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Matt. Okay, still ahead, some pretty somber news. Hiring hit an unexpected wall in February when economists were expecting growth. The serious questions surrounding the state of the U.S. economy. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Kristi Noem. I'm a journalist at KGW, and I love exploring Portland's amazing food scene. New spot? I'm there. So I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. What happens here affects us all, and that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it doesn't sit still, it moves. It moves you to act, to vote, to volunteer, to speak up, or to lend a hand. It moves your mind by challenging assumptions and offering new perspectives. It moves you forward by giving you the information to make decisions and thrive where you live. And yes, it moves your heart through the good stuff that stays with you wherever you are. And at KGW, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Portland.
Welcome back. The new jobs report out today paints a concerning picture of the U.S. economy. It shows thousands of job losses and increasing unemployment while crude oil prices climb in the war with Iran. Karen Kefa is in D.C. with the latest on the economic uncertainty.
Hiring took an unexpected downward turn in February, with businesses frozen by a cold snap across a number of states and months of economic uncertainty.
We now know that the labor market has essentially stalled. We're in a situation where it is across all sectors, we're not seeing jobs being added.
The U.S. economy lost 92,000 jobs during February, according to the Labor Department. Economists had expected some growth. The unemployment rate ticked up to 4.4%. The healthcare sector, which has stoked recent overall job growth, lost 28,000 jobs in February, much of that attributable to a nurses' strike in California and Hawaii that's expected to reverse in March. Leisure and hospitality shed 27,000 jobs. Manufacturing lost 12,000 and construction lost 11,000.
The numbers reflect what I'm hearing from people at home, that the economy is not working for them.
Now, rapidly rising oil and gas prices are ramping up pressure on businesses and consumers.
The nature of gas prices is really interesting because as oil prices rise, those increases fall through to consumers basically immediately.
Crude oil prices continued their climb Friday amid the Iran conflict, and gas prices have reached their highest average levels of either of President Donald Trump's presidential terms. Trump, in a phone interview with CNN Friday, said the rise is short term. Even before the spike in gas prices, retail sales declined unexpectedly in January, the Commerce Department said Friday, raising other concerns about consumer spending, a major driver of U.S. economic growth. In Washington, I'm Karen Kefa.
KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
I'm Trina Green, morning anchor at KGW and new dog mom to this sweet guy. Meet Barry. I love getting your mornings off to a great start, whether it's sharing stories of resilience and triumph in our community, or following breaking news from Beaverton to Gresham and everywhere in between. We've got you covered, because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to KGW Sunrise, weekday mornings from 5 to 9, anywhere you watch.
In tonight's Pacific Storyland, we are spotlighting a very special high school team that just brought home a state championship. Catherine Cook and photojournalist Kyle Connolly show us how they did it.
Okay, guys, let's get going here. You guys are always thinking, playing within yourself.
To be a high school state champion takes a lot of discipline.
It's definitely something to be proud of.
Especially in this game.
Where I would agree that it's a sport.
Where one false move
that's checkmate.
Can spell defeat.
Good game. Good game.
Last weekend, they were all great games for Jesuit High School's chess teams. They won 3 state championship trophies, varsity, JV, and overall. Plus, all 5 varsity players won their respective boards.
I'm proud of them.
Dr. Russell Fiorella is team coach, though he prefers team moderator. He can play, but the kids can play.
They don't really ask me often to play games. They know that, it probably would be over pretty quickly.
For you?
For me. I mean, they would destroy me.
Take Ishan Kodarapu. He's a U.S. chess national master, a ranking only 1% of players ever achieve. He's also just a kid.
I love coming after school on Thursdays every week to enjoy, teach chess, play chess with my friends, and just one of the most fun times of my week.
For this team, humility is a big part of success.
You can't just play on your own and get better. You have to learn from other people who are better than me. Looks like Ishan, Danny.
Aiden Chan is a true student of the game, a game that often parallels life. Every move has a consequence. Every win requires patience and strategy.
If you can't find even that little reason why one move is better, you're just going to be just that tad bit worse during the game, and then you might end up becoming a lot worse.
The game requires a lot of creativity, and I like pulling out that creative side of myself.
For Ademidun Adebolu, the best part of winning these trophies is that they did it together.
We were a little bit scared of the competition, but just us as a community, a chess team, I feel like I'm just happy that we were able to pull through.
No knocking down players, no backboard slams, just chessboards. And everyone should see it.
To see them get the recognition that they deserve felt really good.
In Southwest Portland, Catherine Cook, KGW News.
Bravo, way to go. Stay with us because we have another full hour of news coming up in just 2 minutes. In the meantime, let's check out this view from our Skycam on Mount Hood. Your top stories are coming up straight ahead.